Sounds like you're getting waterboarded by a sprinkler.
Demon Mike, Demon Mike confirmed. We have Kira hopefully joining us a little bit. I think she's asleep right now. That's usually what happens. There we go. But yeah, we're playing Outlanders today. That is not a tip. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Is that Voldemort? He sounds like Megatron. He has to burn.
Are we better now?
There we go.
Yeah.
You sound a little bit quiet. So try again. Sorry.
I haven't done any. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you're going for it. What's up, Tiger? How's it going? Hey, how you doing, Askren?
I'm all right. I'm trying to see what's up with my mic now.
I think it might have got possessed. That might be the problem.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. You know.
Happens to the best of us.
No, I'm just tired. I'm just coming off.
That's just how you sound when you're tired. Well, welcome back to
my Snickers. I turn into a foul beast.
Yeah. So this is Outlanders episode 3 or 4. Not really sure. It's been a week or so. We'll do some catching up. But let's remind ourselves who we're playing today, and we'll get Kira in a little bit of any luck, unless she's dead, in which case we'll never see her again. But Trainsy, who are you playing today?
I am playing the love, the companion, the dwarf. Beardless or not, fearless in the state of nothing. Dalon Oakbringer, bro of many.
Yes, indeed. Who is a dwarf monk, I believe?
Yeah, he's a dwarf monk, kind of unopposing in appearance. He actually, you know, his appearance has shifted because we get so many random magical items that he's wearing a big fluffy coat and has a luscious murderous beard, but still kind of skeptic eyes and very, very much a shy guy, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we have Askren playing Rennet. Tell us a little bit about Rennet.
Yeah, so Renard Page is, he's a kind of a guy who, he was originally just sort of a normal dude, and now he's been thrust into this world where nothing makes sense, and logic is just always constantly going out every window that we pass by. He is still a little bit of a charlatan. He's a rogue, has a little bit of a finesse for magic, but mostly he just wants to go home.
Yeah. And thank you to Evil Almir, donates £5 and says D10,000 Wild Magic Surge Table for Trainsy later on. Thank you very much.
Just talking about all the random crap. Right.
And so it begins. And Kira's playing Catherine, who is a warlock, who will hopefully be joining us in a little bit because she is Queen of the Birds currently. But yeah, we should remind ourselves of what on earth has happened in the campaign. So they found themselves in this place. Let me find you in the barrens of this land. Yeah. And they were like, "What the fuck? Where are we?" After they were teleported by Baba Yaga previously, and they went to a nearby village, and they found that it was filled with walruses, or walrus, I don't know. And the walruses embraced them as their own, especially Dalon, who became a walrus warlord. It turns out, however, that they are all walrus warlords. Well, your hair is looking fabulous as always. Well, thank you. We're not playing Pathfinder, no. Why does everyone think we're playing Pathfinder today? No, we're
Vicious rumor.
Vicious rumor, yeah. Kira is just hopping online. She says she left her phone on mute last night, so she'll be on in a little bit. But yes, so the Walrus took them into their own and they explained that there was a terrible threat coming to this land, and that was the Whispering Eye. No, what was it? The Breathless King. That's it.
Yeah.
And because I saw the Pathfinder tag on the image before. Oh really? That's interesting. Maybe it is. Who knows?
We just haven't realized it.
So maybe all along we've actually been playing Pathfinder. But yes, they basically they told him about this breathless king who was going to come along and fuck the world up, basically. So they were like, oh no, we don't want the world to get fucked up. We actually want to live and to find a way to escape the world that we're in somehow, get back to our own world. And naturally, they went to the bird people, the walrus people's enemies, known as the Esprit. And so they travelled for a way up to the Esprit and managed to, along with their friend, whose name begins with a K, the Birdman with horrible black wings. Kephis, I was going to say Kefix. They managed to get into the land of the Esprit, and so yeah, they worked their way in, and so some rather terrible things happened to Daylon's beard in there, which I feel need to be explained somewhat. So Daylon, do you mind reminding us exactly what happened with the beard?
We had a. I was wearing a ring.
Yes.
However, it gives me stats that I've been neglecting because of touchpad 2016. Never forget. So it gave me +1 everything, but at the cost of I must say yes to everything that is ever asked of me. So our boy Renart over here, his metagaming skills, asked Daylon to shave off his beard.
To be fair, that wasn't actually metagaming. That was legitimately the plan.
And then Daylon, this was after he had a very awful encounter with a walrus prostitute.
Yes, and indeed, yeah. I believe Jenny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So his day wasn't going all that well, to say the least. So he like crying. He just shaved off his beard.
There ain't no motive for this crime. Jenny was a friend of mine.
And then viewer decision brought the beard back to life.
Yes.
So much so that it killed the arbiter bird man.
Yes.
Strangled him to death until he died, and we had to explain ourselves with the of Kephis and Kira. And
speaking of explaining themselves, hey Kira.
Hi, I'm really sorry.
That's alright.
I turned off my phone alarm.
It's alright.
Class tomorrow. I completely forgot. This is like the first time back in 2 years.
It's all good. We'll catch up with Catherine in a second. So yes, you managed to kill the administrator Frigul, the leader of the Esprit, and then Kephis showed you showed Rennet the treasury, and explained showed you a bunch of cool gold, a few items, and you lied to Daylon that there was a magical spear in there. Daylon was pretty upset. You tried to buy him off with gold. He just let it all pour down onto the floor. And Daylon was pretty upset with Rennet last time. But Kephis explained, thanks to a viewer decision, that that one of the ways that you could gain control of the Esprit is to marry into them. And were an Outlander such as yourselves to marry one of the bird folk, such as Kephis himself, then you would have unprecedented control over the Esprit people. And so Catherine was kind of coerced into a wedding, which turned out to be a bit of a red wedding. And Daylon and Rennet went around and found a dress. They even made some kind of crown, which is basically gold melted into a blob that you can put on your head. And then you went to the wedding ceremony. So there at the ceremony, you'd actually called for the walrus representatives to be there. Daylon's quote-unquote cousin, Chuck. He was there to officiate a kind of peace between the walrus people and the Esprit to fight against this breathless king, but all did not go well due to another viewer decision, and the walrus people inexplicably attacked the Esprit, and all hell broke loose in the area. And there was a huge fight in the wedding ceremony. You managed to kill Chuck, your brother, along with the rest of the Walrus people, but not before sustaining some heavy casualties to the Esprit themselves. And in other news, the other Catherine appeared. This is Catherine's arch nemesis, called Catherine, spelt slightly differently, with a C, not a K. And she came to attack you, and you defeated her almost whilst you're in your wolfen form. And then she said, heal me, don't kill me. I know where your family are. So Kira, do you want to explain a little bit about the kind of backstory to your family in that cold angle?
Yeah. So, Catherine's family has been taken hostage by her patron. She is a warlock, and she actually never wanted to be a warlock. She was non-magical. And her mother and her sister had like healing powers, and they were like very like revered in their village. That was kind of like secluded and stuff. This the patron took interest in Catherine's lack of magical abilities and decided to grant her some, but in exchange he took her family. So if she refused to do as he said, which is to kill using the powers, then her family will be harmed instead.
Yes.
So she's kind of in a tight spot. And she hasn't really heard much about what's happened with her family.
Yeah.
It's very, hearing that from her nemesis really like made her stop.
And as that happened, she blinked away while she hesitated. And so evil Catherine is somewhere on the loose still, out there with possibly knowledge of your family. You don't know if she was just lying, but somewhere she's out there. And Kephis, unfortunately, had been nearly murdered by Chuck, and he insisted that Catherine devour his corpse in a Kentucky Fried Kephis style, as was ancient Esprit tradition. And Catherine obliged. She was in wolfen form, and she just tore him apart, and ate him while she was still just about alive, and Kephis was absolutely loving it. And then we introduced a new character, Jeeves, the butler Esprit, who made Catherine was now queen of the Esprit, and took her to a new digs, which was the palace, the Esprit Palace in Great Perch, and he told you that, well, you had a few options, and you decided that you wanted to speak with the Walrus people to understand why they attacked you after you had previously offered them peace. And you just set out to travel out there with Daylon, Rennet, and yourself, along with Jeeves and a few of your black-winged, pollution-filled Esprit birds. And I believe that was where we left off a few weeks ago. You guys heading off to the Walrus folk to basically tell them, yo, why did you come and kill us? That wasn't cool, bro. And understand why Chuck did that. And if it was the work of the chieftain, Backdo Longtooth, or if it was just Chuck working on his own. So that's where we are at the beginning of the story today. Players got any questions? Because it's been a few weeks since we've played things. Names need remembering. Things you got, anything like that? Or real good? Good. Silence is excellent. So I take that as you'll never ask me a question ever again about this game, and that you remember every last thing because you've been making such detailed notes, just like I have. So yes. Before we dive into today's session, though, I'm ready, guys. There are a few ways you can interact with the show and to make things beardier, more walrusy, and eggier as they were last night. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We hit 20 followers today. You guys will get a viewer decision in which you throw out your ideas into the chat as to what could happen next in our story. We put them into a straw poll. The most popular decision will happen. So you could really throw anything these guys away. If you haven't tweeted, here is a tweet for you. I think we're already on 12 or so tweets. When that hits 20, same thing will happen, another viewer decision. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do. When that hits 2, then again, another viewer decision, even more madness thrown into the mix. As usual, you can donate to affect our game. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wilds, magic, surges, as Tracy has one to deal with today. So without any further ado, I say we dive into the action and kick things off with a D10,000 roll from Tracy TV, thanks to Evil Almia. So, Tracy, would you please oblige? And this is the wild magic table. I was doing here on a prep session, so yeah, I actually know everything. It's true. And thank you to Carlo Bear for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Hello. Let's see. What did you roll, Tracy? 2417 looks like. Let's bring this up and see what we're working with here. 2417 reads. Hello. Caster's spellbook weighs 1d100 plus 100 pounds. What's the equivalent of Daylon's spellbook? His cart, I suppose.
No.
So, Tracy, could you roll me a D100, please?
No, what? Oh god. It is my spell book. It's awful. It's 57.
It's 157 pounds heavier than it was before.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get so buff.
Yeah, so as you guys are leaving Great Perch, the Esprit kind of steampunk made out of metal tree, you go to lift up your wagon, you're like, there's a lot of extra weight on that cart right there. You're probably gonna need a hand or two.
Guys, I don't know if I hit something in the road, but this cart it ain't gonna pull itself. Can you help me out?
I'm a queen. I don't lift things.
I would, but no.
I'm just gonna like spit on my hands and like just do like a couple push-ups and attempt to pull it.
All right, roll me a strength check.
I feel like this is combat already.
Yeah, roll initiative.
Oh no.
Let's see. And thank you to Sir Arthos for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. What have I done? So on a 15, you can lift it, but you're only going to be able to really go downhill with this thing. Like going up hills is going to be a real challenge for Daylon. But perhaps for the first time in Daylon's mind, he considers leaving the cart behind. But then he thinks again, and he's like, "Can I really do this to myself? Have I really gotten this bad? Stoop this low?"
Let me play my. You would never think that, all right? All right.
I will never consider this.
I see. You put thoughts in his head. What?
I would end it all before I did that. So,
shaves off his beard, lays naked in the cart, and in the rain.
So the butler, Jeeves, says, "Sir, can I help you? You seem to be distressed and somewhat weak."
Yeah. Could Jeeves? Could I ask you to help me out here?
He looks to Queen Catherine for. Can I?
Sure.
Sure. And he kind of lifts a wing to help you out. Did that help?
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I feel like Jamie Lannister when he gets his hand cut off.
Yeah.
Everything is so downhill.
I don't know who built all these mechanical contraptions, but maybe the birds could add some of these pipes and.
We do have mechanical carts, sir.
Do you have any like conversion kits to like put some boosters on this one? Maybe lower the suspension, up the wheels, you know?
We have invented one magical fuel known as NOS.
Nice. Well, you see, I got this this passion potion that I got from the armory. Remember when we talked about that? The screw potion?
Ah, yes.
You think I could trade a little bit of that for some NOS?
He says, I would say that would be appropriate, yes. Hand me that screw potion, and I'll see what I can do.
Some of it.
Oh.
You mean the whole potion?
I'm afraid so, sir. NOS is not easy to come by.
Can I take a sip of it first?
He's going to need that potion if he's going to lay the pipe on your cart.
It's true. I'm going to need every last drop.
I begrudgingly hand over the screw potion.
He takes it, and immediately a few birds, few esprit fly off, and they come back. And in a few moments, they come back, and they've got this kind of big black metal pipe, and they just shove it into your cart, into the kind of rear end of your car, and they kind of fit an engine inside as well, and the butler Jeeves begins pouring in this fuel, which smells pretty pungent, and it starts going in, and then he says, "Now, sir, all you'll need is a match, and you just simply throw it in this hole."
All right.
So it's gonna like crack a match, chuck it in the hole, and there's a, and your car is like racing down the hill. Ah, yes.
I suppose it works.
So I just start sprinting.
Yeah. It's like it's coming down the hill, but you see, of course. At the end of this hill, it's like a long steep hill downwards, and at the end of the hill, because you're quite high up, you're in like a mechanical tree, it's like a jetty off, which your car is set to fly off of into the abyss, and if it were to go off the edge, of course, it would probably spell the end for the car and all of the goods on top of it, and it's racing off down this hill at breakneck speed, and people are kind of flying out of the way of it as they see it coming. What are you doing, Dale?
Sprinting.
Roll me an athletics check, see if you can catch up with it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, what I was asking, Domes of Ish Axahura is being run again tonight. We'll be on at 7 PM till 10 playing that. Oh, an 11 is not all that good. So Dale's running after it, but he's not quite fast enough. The car is going at breakneck speed.
I'm gonna just as I'm sprinting, just come back, car! And I'm gonna throw inanimate objects, like random potion. You just car! No! And I start running again. And I throw down a Molotov, and that's not lit.
So, you start trying. What are Catherine and Renner doing at this point? Are they trying to do anything to save the car? Or are they just watching Dalen running down the hill?
I'm just watching him.
Should we follow him?
I mean, do you really want to break a sweat for that piece of junk?
I mean, do you expect he's going to push it back up the hill?
No.
Can I just inflate my my air sacs and just kind of float down?
Yeah, sure thing.
What's your floating speed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just inflate your sacs and like a balloon just slowly take off into the air.
It worked before.
So Rennet begins floating downwards. Daylon, you see the car's racing down a hill, and there's an Esprit bird mum with her pram walking in front, and she hasn't noticed the explosive cart coming towards her. And thanks to Refix, who donates £3 and says, "Let's give Daylon a nat 20." Thank you. You see that. You see there's this cart racing down a hill. This mum is about to walk out in front of her pram, and the cart's about to smash into them. Daylon, what are you doing?
What can I do? It's an unstoppable force.
You just let it happen.
I can't catch up to it.
I mean, you could attempt to, but yeah, I mean,
I'll be running after it. Look.
No,
No, move!
you're right. The moment is gone. The car smashes into the pram and the mother, crushing into her, and
Does it slow down the cart?
It does, however. Yeah, it slows down the cart just enough on if you wanted to roll your athletics, or use your nat 20 to catch up to it.
Actually, no. I wanna stop and shout.
Okay.
Is it just like Esprit roadkill now?
Yeah, a lot of Esprit roadkill.
I wanna stop and shout, and I wanna be like, "Everyone out of your homes! Catch the thief! It's running up the street! It just killed someone!"
Okay.
Stand in front of its way.
roll me a persuasion check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So the car crashes into the mother and the child. It slows down a little bit, but there's bird feathers everywhere. But everyone's like, "Ah, catch the thief!" And they run into the way of the cart and are immediately crushed by it as well, which slows it down quite fairly substantially. And on your nat 20, you catch up to the car.
How many bodies does it take to bring it to a stop?
55 Esprit lie dead in the road, as
Sounds like the entire population.
children, men lie dead. Feathers are everywhere. There's blood strewn on the streets, and you finally catch up to your cart, which has stopped just on the edge of the precipice. Oh man, that's funny.
Like, I run up to it and I'm like hugging the corner of the cart, just sobbing, and wiping off the feathers and blood.
Are you sad because you lost your cart for a bit? Oh my god.
I'm gonna approach Daylon and just be like, I could have you thrown in jail for murdering all these people.
I didn't murder anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They came out on their own accord. I said there's a thief and it murdered some people, and it did. I wasn't lying. I persuaded them. I didn't deceive them.
Madam, would you like me to execute this man?
No, not yet.
Okay. Of course. Very good. Very good.
Just keep in mind, we really shouldn't have a lot of casualties. We kind of need to have as many allies to fight this.
Jeeves, can we take an approval rating poll? Should we do that?
What is that, sir?
Oh no, I just because I don't know if the Queen having a lot of people killed, like I don't know if that's working in our favor or against us.
They're most likely in our favor, yes. Spreads terror amongst the population.
No,
As the kids would say, we don't fuck with her.
So, right. So what I need you to do is I need you to to commission a drawing or maybe a picture of her standing in the streets surrounded by these bodies, so she looks more badass.
I mean, I'm not the one who like wanted these esprits to die, though.
Yes, but they don't know that yet, and we can spin this in a positive way.
Pretty good, sir.
Right.
A few weeks later, a whole mural is here on the streets, which depicts Queen Catherine coming through and butchering every last esprit who got in her way, single-handedly annihilating the population of this street. It's painted on all the houses as well. You know, this mural runs down. It's pretty impressive stuff. And Chief says, "Very good. Now shall we return to the task at hand? Mr. Dalon, you might wish to place some wheels upon your cart and a steering rudder as well."
Oh,
Is that how carts work?
That's science.
I could do that. Do you know a guy that knows a guy?
I suppose I do. What does that have to do with anything, sir?
I'm not much of a mechanic, so I don't know any guys.
Oh, I see. Well, then yes, I do know a mechanic.
Is there a chop shop in town?
Yes, there is. And he leads you to the garage, or the garage. He takes you to the garage.
Before that, like, we're at the chop shop, and I point to the mural of Catherine butchering everyone.
The esprit like in fear at the queen and bows down. How can I help you?
Me, the mechanic.
Yes, you need something done.
Yeah. Well, I was looking to get like a hot tub in the back with the subwoofer and roll down windows, electric if you have them, and then a little latch under for my spear.
And a racing stripe.
Of course, yes, sir. And immediately he sets to work pimping your cart. And thank you to Max Noirs for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Filthy Noir.
You Noir.
Such a good game. The next half hour or so is spent in Pimp My Ride mode. He adds some Go Faster red racing stripes to it. It's got a roll down window of glass pane that you can have. He even roofs it. He roofs your cart. Pretty nice little front cab as well to work from. The has a steering wheel, so you can actually steer it, which is actually pretty useful. And it has all the amenities that you'd really need. It even has a beer dispenser, so you can fire out beer bottles as you're going.
What do I owe you?
My life, sir.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Is there like a place to like sit?
Yeah.
Catherine is gonna crawl into the cart and just be like, "All right, lead the way."
Nice. Thank you to Falcon Vine for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Yeah, so we'd say there's enough room for the three of you to sit in. It's pretty cozy. One of you has to be amongst the beer bottles, so I'm guessing that's Rennet.
I can float.
Oh yeah, you can float very gently in the wind. As long as there's not a strong crosswind, then you'll be fine. So you travel onwards until you reach the end of the world. And so previously, you had to fly up to get to the Esprit World, which was kind of floating several hundred feet above. And so now you're basically on a giant floating landmass, and looking down into clouds, you need to get down back to the walrus people. And so you kind of reach the edge of this cliff, and Jeeves says, how do we intend to descend with the cart?
Maybe we could just push it and hope for the best.
What? How about we do that to you first?
Should I execute him, madam?
Getting more and more tempting to say yes.
Well, just let me know, Your Majesty.
It's like eyeing his knife.
Like a fine wing.
Renner, you can float.
Renner, you can float.
You think you can break the ball?
Maybe you can carry this 400-pound cart.
No, somehow I don't think that's gonna happen. Wait, so we have to get this. We have to get down off the tree.
Well, you get down off the tree. You're on a floating landmass. So imagine you're kind of like on the edge of a cliff, and this floating landmass is several hundred feet above the lower land, with no like ladder down or anything. The Esprit just flies, so. You had
I got an idea. Catherine, can you get some of the birds that fear for their lives to help me out with this idea? Now they won't die.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Like,
No, they won't die.
You're not gonna come if we leave the cart up here, are you?
I'm going with the cart. So we're gonna build a sweet jump. Follow me? A sweet jump. And using this thing I learned, the mathematics, and telectory, and physics. I'll plan out the jump so it's perfect and I'll land, no problem. I just need
sir.
to help.
All right, I'll turn to Jeeves and just be like, send your strongest Esprit.
Your Majesty, the strongest Esprit were murdered by you earlier this day.
I have an idea. Oh, hear me out. This is good. Do we still have those walrus bodies? The ones that attacked us?
Some of them. Many have been devoured.
Right. Can we have all the ones that are left?
Why?
We're going to strap the walruses to the cart as cushioning.
Very good, sir. He goes and gets the bodies of the walruses and brings them to you.
How many are there?
They're like 10 walruses, including Chuck, who's a really big walrus.
I'm gonna take my chances with the ramp. Last time I got covered in walrus oil was not pleasant. So let's not jump in the cart.
That's like 30 feet of blubber.
That's a lot of oil and blood to like get off the cart. It's not gonna get off the cart ever.
Yeah, there'll be like walrus blubber in every single crevice.
Yeah.
And it's gonna stink. It'll stink too.
You can ride down on one if you want. Just saying.
No, I'll be fine. I'm just trying to help you.
Thinks of the bad times.
Please, by all means, go ahead.
So, I mean, the weak ones, we just set up a ramp. You don't need your strongest. They just need people to set up the ramp.
Very good, sir. The bird people begin to set up a sweet jump for you, and in short order, they have created a ramp made out of different bits of wood, metal they have lying around, and all sorts really. So so yeah, the sick jump is ready. It looks okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take my cart up here. I'm gonna drive down myself. You guys can follow me however you get down. You can follow, Renart. You could do the thing, or you could get float down Queen with all your peoples. But I'm gonna drive this. I used to be a stuntsman. I jumped off a curb onto the street once. So let's just anchor this back up at the top of the hill, and I'll get in. I can strap myself in case I need to jump. Well, I'm not jumping out, but Anyways, and I'm gonna light the match for the NOS. Sound good? Okay. I just start driving the cart up.
Very good, sir. Have you considered some form of parachute?
No.
Excellent. Very good, sir.
The car's gonna make it. Physics. Obviously.
Of course, sir. Very good.
I mean, if it doesn't work, he makes our job easier down the road.
Very true, Your Majesty. Very true. And so, how is Catherine gonna get down here?
I'm gonna turn to Jeeves and just be like, "Fly me down."
Very good. And he picks you up and starts flying you down. Rennet can slowly float down to Earth, but Daylon has something else in mind, you could say. So, Daylon, you get the cart back, and you get a kind of a good jump, a good kind of run up, I suppose, to the run itself. And would you mind describing to us the plan here?
So for the fuel, I'm gonna pour some Molotovs in, a couple, just for that super high octane. Then in addition to the moss, I'm gonna initiate the engine to run off the Molotovs, and I'm gonna hit the NOS. I'm gonna drive down with the Molotov fuel, and then I'm gonna hit the NOS right at the
last minute.
Yeah.
So you take a deep breath. You see the ramp before you. You're there in your wagon cart. Hands on the wheels, sweaty, but ready. And with one great prayer to the beard gods and the beard says to you, "Are you sure you want to do this, man?"
The beard says that to me?
Yeah.
I got this. And I put it behind me.
All right.
Like this, in order to protect it.
And you launch the cart down. You crack the gear, start going down the ramp faster and faster, picking up speed as you're going down this rackety ramp, going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until you reach the ramp. You hit the ramp, don't. You're kind of bumping along still, and then you see the sky before you, and suddenly Daylon is flying through the sky in his cart, beard jangling as he's going, and he sees the birds in the air flying past him and his friends floating past, and then suddenly he nosedives downwards. And he's looking straight at the earth as it's coming crashing down towards him. It looks like physics might not be on his side.
I jump out the second that it starts nosediving.
you grab out of the airlock, as it were, and you're falling through the air as your cart is kind of just falling down below you, and you see it crashing down to earth. And you yourself are kind of going through the air. Catherine, Jeeves says, "Would you like me to save him, Your Majesty?"
No.
Very good, Your Majesty. So, Rennet, you're floating by and you see Daylon kind of crashing down towards you. Like, yeah! Go falling through the air. What are you doing?
Physics!
Looks like he's having a good time.
Tough to say, really. It always looks like Daylon's having a good time.
No.
I will kind of. I guess I'll. What do I have to do to attempt to like catch to like grab it out of the air?
Like a deck saving throw.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna look at her. No.
Alright.
No.
You're so You're like little buffalo. Boom, and then he's.
So Daylon's like, no, don't save me.
So I watch him plummet past.
So you watch Daylon plummet to the and you see his figure just screaming physics as he's flying down towards the earth, and he lands with an almighty splat on the floor. Yes, you look. I have a question.
No, I don't know if you remember.
But Daylon cannot take falling damage. So one of the D10,000 wild medic surges.
Oh my god.
If you guys remember, from a while back, Daylon had a D10,000, which means he can't take any falling damage.
Kieran wants me to die confirmed. Hello, Catherine wants to be murdered.
Fake big tall squad, and he's 3 pounds. It says nat 20 to save the car and Daylon. So Daylon is saved, but we're saying the nat 20, the car rolls an almighty constitution save and lands just perfectly on the floor.
What does it land on? It has to destroy something.
It destroys some of the esprit below, who have landed below it.
There's like a village of them down there.
Yeah, there's a little village of them.
So does this cart full of alcohol and nos hit them like a hellfire missile?
Like a small nuke. It just lands in the village. It mushroom clouds upwards. But somehow it's still completely intact afterwards, and just wipes out another couple thousand Esprit folks. And Daylon just kind of, and by the power of physics, lands completely unharmed on the floor.
I don't want to just like rise out. I was like Thor with my fist on the ground. And for some reason, I'm like completely naked except for my giant wolf coat. Touch the beard. Beard, I told you it'd be alright.
You're never wrong.
Let's go find some clothes.
Good idea. What's up, Stats? Yeah, you, the rest of you are going to float down to the ground where you have decimated the small Esprit village here. It's been hit by effectively a small nuclear missile, but the car is still completely fine, thankfully. And Daylon, you get down and re-enter your car, start driving off, and there are a bunch of clothes from the dead Esprit people here, which you could take if you were looking for them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we'll piece something together nicely. Maybe like a little Tarzan kind
Little
of.
Tarzan number.
Yeah.
Little cheeky number. All right, cool.
A gourd, but made out of like bloodied feathers.
Yeah. You kind of stick some bloody feathers onto your body, and
No, I want to sew them.
so I want to sew them in. Okay, so you make a small little shift to cover your dignity. Jump back in the carts. Queen Catherine and Rennet are down here with the butler Jeeves, and Jeeves says, "Very good, sir. It looks like you have decimated this village."
I mean, Flizzix did it, if we're gonna be honest.
Very true, sir. Very true.
So wait a minute. He doesn't take fall damage, but when he like landed, did his body just like turn into like for a split second just go like?
Yeah, he turns. It's like when a pizza hits a floor or something. Like dough just kind of splats outwards and then kind of like reforms very quickly. That's physics for you. So, yes, you have killed off another village. How does Catherine feel about this? Because this is, probably thousands of Esprit here.
This is also chat-assisted Esprit genocide, by the way. Two natural 20s.
Two natural 20s have
murder.
have equaled. Maybe you guys should. Maybe you guys should donate that once instead.
Well, yeah, doesn't like the Esprit apparently.
Ooh, they're supposed to be our allies, guys. Come on. They're the only allies we have right now.
Oh man. So yeah, you know that I think you're like a few days travel away from the walrus village itself. So do you wanna stay here for the night and recover, or do you wanna just press on?
I'm okay. I didn't lose anything.
Yeah. Okay. So you begin pressing on out into the barrens, back to the walrus village. So we're gonna cut ahead a bit because we already did a travel mechanic from the walrus people to the Esprit place. So on the way back, you stop in at the day spa, which you found previously. Bit of rest and recuperation, go past those ruins again, and find yourselves, within sight of the walrus village, which is just a collection of igloos. Several thousand walrus folk probably live here, and you're at this point far enough away as to them not being able to see you. So Chief says, Your Majesty, how would you like to proceed?
Perhaps we can have an army of Esprit ready just in case they want to put up a fight.
Well, we have only the Esprit with us today.
Do we have the dirty birds with us?
Yeah, you got some dirty birds with you.
Okay. I'll kind of turn to the group and say, if we're going in there for negotiations, perhaps we could send in our Black Ops unit. The ones covered in oil over here. We could send them in critical positions, so if things go south, they can sabotage everything.
Okay, I'm the one with the great ideas, right? I survived the Flizzix, the cart lived. Okay, correlation. Anyways, I drive up in my car, right? I'm like, hey, sorry to hear about Chuck. He got wasted and, fell off a cliff. By the way, guys, brew party time. I got a truck with a bunch of brewskis in the back. Let's chill out, talk about resolving differences between the Esprit and the walruses, and get drunk.
Wait, are we going to the walruses?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to the 8 people.
No, you wanted to. Catherine decided to go to the walrus people first, and then go to the 8 people afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Didn't all your beer blow up? We still have that?
I mean, the beer blew up as a nat 20, so he's been able to. It's been a week or so of travel, so Daylon's been brewing along the way. So
it's a little weak beer, It's like a wall light, but I think they'll get some.
Alright, so why don't we do that, and we also have the dirty birds go in sabotage position in case he completely mucks
In case
up.
Daylon fucks up? Yeah, good idea.
Genius! And then I want to jump up in the air and high five you if you're willing. Like kick my feet.
Ooh, the least enthusiastic high five. So you you begin to ride on off, into the into the sunset, Daylon, towards the igloos, and you do indeed reach them pretty quickly as you're chugging along, riding up here, we'll get to that in a second. I actually want to remind you folks, so we're pretty close to viewer decisions in terms of retweets and follows. So if you haven't followed and retweeted, now seems like an excellent time to throw in some extra madness. So here's a tweet for you guys. I had 20, and if you haven't followed, then you could do so there. For potentially walrus genocide next. We've gone through some esprit. I'm sure we could make our way through some walrus folk tonight. So yeah, you come into the igloo center, and one of the walruses stops and looks at you, and he's like, "What was this contraption?"
Well, this is the beer cart. 5,000.
Don't you look familiar?
I am a warlord. Daylon. Oakbringer. Bringer of Oak. Keeper of Brings.
Oh, that sounds important. Well, I'd like a beer, please.
I like elbow the cart where the button for the beer is and have it pop out in my hand. There you go.
Thank you. And begins to drink deep. Thank you to Hacksaw for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So he starts drinking it. This is good stuff. You should take this to the chief. If you're a warlord, then you're one of the new ones, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Come with me. And he leads you to the main igloo where Chief Backdo Longtooth is. He turns. He's currently just rubbing in some of the fat into his tusks just to kind of lube them up a bit. It's like, he gets chapped tusks sometimes. So he turns. He's like, Daylon, I did not expect to see you here.
Hey, Longtooth. Great to see you.
He says, I understand that you were with the Esprit now, and that Chuck went to see you, but Chuck has not come back. Where is he?
So, I don't know what Chuck told you. I don't know what you told Chuck. But you sent me in there on one mission. To bend the Esprit's will to the Walrus Clan. Make the Walrus Clan great again. Chuck did it the wrong way. Chuck went in there, waving around pool noodles, trying to kill people. Didn't work. We got overwhelmed. What we did is we said, we're gonna put a ring on it. Marry them, and now we control the Esprit. Not only that, with that control, we have murdered way more Esprit that have died from your battles, simply from incidents. That's how you kill people.
They're not accidents, they're incidents. Accidents implies there's someone to blame. So Backdo says, so you have, weakened them?
Oh, we're knee deep in it. If there are more incidents that happen, man, we just, instill them with fear, monger it around a little bit. People die there, people die there. Hey. Here's a beer.
He takes the beer and drinks it. Good stuff. So, what is the plan?
The plan? I mean, to control and keep control as we move forward. I mean, you're the chief. Longtooth.
He says, very good. I did not tell Chuck to go and kill anyone. I wish for peace, but Chuck was always a bit of a dick.
Chuck's fucked up.
He chucked up pretty bad. Well, I suppose we can drink to forgiveness and friendship. If do you know if there are any Esprit with you, or did you come here alone?
Oh, we came packing. You know, we got to keep appearances that we're working with, working. Like pat him on the back.
Well, bring them in. Let us drink together.
All right. Wow.
He's like totally confused by Daylon. He's like, yes, funny thing. Catherine, well, I guess, Daylon, you go out to meet back with Catherine and Rennet and Jeeves and the birds.
Uh-huh.
So,
how'd it go?
It went really well. We resolved some differences. You know, they're on good terms with the Esprit.
Is this true, or are you just pulling shit out of your ass to cover up your fuck up?
Yep. Are we gonna walk in there and going to be attacked again?
We're not gonna be attacked.
Okay.
We're good.
Jeeves?
We're all.
Jeeves, if we're attacked, execute this man.
pretty good, madam.
All right, that's fair. But we're cool. We're gonna go share some brews, kick back, watch some walrus wrestling, and you know, I'm gonna have to leave at that point because I will personally have to vomit. But it'll be fun.
Thank you to Evil Almir. Inspiration for Trainsy. Thank you very much. So, Daylon isn't still naked. He managed to make some feathers.
Feather loincloth.
Feather loincloth, and that's all he's wearing. But yes, you head back into the camp, and Chief Backdo Longtooth says, "Oh, pleasure to meet you. Once again, I extend my humblest of apologies for how Chuck acted.
Yeah, that guy was a dick.
I always said Chuck was a bit of a dick. But, alas, he is dead now, and we will try and forget him. So, let us drink some brews, and you will enjoy walrus hospitality."
Right. No, I'm cool with that. By the way, your tusks are looking very oily.
I just lubed them.
Yes. I think Daylon's tusk is a little chapped.
I gotta go to the
Let him come here. He scoops some of the oil off of his own tooth in one paw, and kind of just over your tooth, like so.
I'll like vomit in my mouth and have a little bit like spittle down into my beard and then just like swallow it. Just, it's the worst.
Oh my god! And thank you to the Hapthouse for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So yes, the night comes, and there's all sorts of festivities going on in the Walrus camp. So you can go ahead and describe to me which festivities you're taking part in. So obviously there's beer flowing, and a lot of fish being eaten, and there's fires, and there's some dancing, and there's singing. Daylon, someone approaches you. You feel a paw on the back of your shoulder.
I turn around.
You look up, and it's Jenny the Walrus prostitute from last week. Roll initiative.
You know what, Jenny? I'm broke.
She says, "Don't worry, this one will be free."
Oh God. I'm good.
Oh no.
I gotta, you know, I met someone.
Really? Who are they?
Cartenia.
Cartini is not a real name. That's just
It's
your
the
cart.
only name. Totally name.
Have you been fiddling with that exhaust pipe again with your cart? You know it's not a real person.
You know, sometimes the cold steel just feels good.
I can do that too. We could
I'm
take,
really trying to stay
we
faithful.
could take the exhaust pipe and...
Wait, I have to say yes, actually.
You do! Oh my god! You can't say no.
This is the worst.
Doodle a ring.
I say, Jenny, you know, Daylon has been quite lonely since he left.
Oh really? Well, I can try and help with that. Are you lonely too?
Me? No,
Yes.
no, I'm
Oh, Renard.
Can I like try to slide the ring?
no, I can't. I'm already wearing it.
So go ahead, Catherine.
Renard, he says he's already married, but we all know he's not happy. He needs.
No, I'm not. I'm not married. I'm just. There are enough women back home. I don't need more in another dimension.
She says,
I think he's in denial. I think he really needs some loving.
I think I can help out there if you would like to just come with me, Rennet and Daylon. Catherine too, if you're that way inclined. I've never been with a queen before.
I'm alright. Thank you for your offer, though.
We could take this.
Family too, Catherine. I said, would you like to marry into this family too?
I heard that Kephis died, so you must be feeling very lonely.
Oh no. In fact, I quite enjoyed tearing his body apart.
Oh, you can tear mine apart too if you want. It's all free.
I have queen business to take care of. I must
know what you mean.
attend to my dirty birds, but please let these men feel.
Be your dirty
much
bird
more
any
like-
day.
I'm
Just
going.
call.
I'm just walking away.
She
I'd be gripping my spear, like slowly driving the tip into my foot as I'm saying yes.
she grabs Daylon and Rennet and starts kind of
Nope. I'm allowed to say no.
you're allowed to say no, but she doesn't take no for an answer.
This is a violation of my privacy, my personal space.
She starts dragging you two away. Redundant wants to use his wild magic roll to try and get Daylon out of this. Well, I have no idea what this is, so Daylon, you roll a d10,000, please.
That is like a bold attempt. Roll 1d10,000.
Bowman says I have the weirdest boner right now. Disgusted and aroused.
9695.
9-6. Oh wow, that's a high one. Okay, 9695. Let's see what you have here. 9695 is someone nearby is implicated in a scandal involving livestock.
Did you save me?
So suddenly a goat walks in, and just kind of enters into the scene of meh, 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 and everyone's like, what the? Well, everyone kind of turns and like looks towards the goat, who has a bull gag in its mouth, and Jenny's lipstick all over it, her distinctive purple lipstick, and it walks in And everyone's like, and Jenny's like, it wasn't me. Honestly, not me at all. No. And she just runs off and scampers away into an igloo to escape, leaving you guys safe. Although with a goat. So
I will take the ball gag out of the goat's mouth and give it to Dela, and I say, I think you two have some things to talk about.
I like a hug the goat, like by the neck.
it cries in. It's like meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh.
Touching its face. We're free.
And yes, so that is that little encounter which happens there. So Catherine, where do you go?
I'm gonna go back up to the cart and drink a bunch of beer.
Just get absolutely fucked up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna down like as much as I can.
I like the idea that you get kind of drunk with Jeeves.
Yeah.
You don't have 20 questions?
Let's play Never Have I Ever. Never have I ever spent a night with Jenny. All of the other walruses drink.
Yeah.
What about Rennet? What does Ren get up to?
He'll just kind of sigh and walk over to like the fire and kind of sit down next to a bunch of other walrus men, and he'll just be like, "Women, huh?"
One of the other walruses is like, I personally prefer the company of men.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. We just like to bro out here.
And he will, I guess he will just kind of hang out with these walruses, just
These
trying
walrus bros.
fantasy walrus football. I don't know.
Yeah. So you hang out that night, and then the morning comes. The scene awakens with Daylon waking up with a goat sleeping on him. Rennet waking up in the arms of a walrus bro, and Catherine. Catherine awakes next to Jeeves, in Jeeves's bed. Morning, Your Majesty.
We never talk about anything that happened. Ever.
What do you mean, Your Majesty?
If anything happened last night,
Well, I don't think I quite understand. What do you mean? Came for some breakfast? How'd you like your eggs?
scrambled.
Pretty good. He starts kind of cooking up some eggs in the tent. What was that you were saying about not talking about last night?
Like, can I gather that something happened, or did we just fall asleep?
There's a black hole in your memory.
Fuck. This is so messed up. Just make the eggs, damn it. Don't say anything.
Very good. And he starts making some eggs for you. He gives you the eggs. There's some pretty good eggs you got there. Oh my god. Oh, Evil Amy's done some amazing artwork of Jenny. I need to show us on stream in a second.
Where's the purple?
Yeah. There it is. Hey, sugar. That's incredible. That's incredible. Hands off. So yeah, he hands you the eggs, and it says, well, "What is the plan for this morning, Your Majesty?"
Well, I suppose we should, now that things are cool between the Esprit and the Walrus, we should also, get them on the same page to fight the king.
We still need the ape people, don't we?
Yeah,
We
you still
do.
need to get the 8 folk on board.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we do.
Walrus, Longtooth. That's the
he
chief.
looks up. Yes.
Right.
I mean, yes.
Just suddenly very, very effeminate.
Yes. Me.
Right. You have a walrus military, don't you?
Oh, of course, every walrus is a warlord.
I kind of look at Dale on it. Shrug.
Redundant says she's pretty hot. I mean, honestly, for a walrus, as walruses go.
If you're feeling lonely, I think Will can.
Yeah, I can hook you up.
Yeah.
Jenny was popular.
Yeah.
So he'll say, all right. We don't know. We're still kind of new here. We have the birds and we have the walruses. Could we perhaps arrange it so that we could all just march on the monkey people lands?
The ape folk, yes, I suppose we could, yes.
Do you know anything about them? Are they?
They are primitive, like you humans, but not quite as evolved. They war constantly.
Right. So we'll need to kind of roll up, strapped pretty well in order to make an impression on them, right?
I would say you would, yes.
Right. All right. Well, I need to arrange the biggest posse that we can arrange, and then we need to head to their lands.
In that case, we're going to need every single fighting walrus we can muster.
Sure. Sounds good.
And very quickly, Bagadu kind of screams the. He has a horn, in fact, we'll say. And he blows the horn, and it's Jenny. The walrus army is assembled in the next few hours. They're pretty sleepy walruses. So the army is before you. You're out there with Jeeves, who. Your Majesty, have you seen my undergarments? I seem to have misplaced them.
No, why would I?
Because we.
I'm gonna punch him before
He looks confused and says, "Very good, Your Majesty."
What exactly did they look like?
He says they were leopard print.
Maybe ask Jenny. She probably saw them.
Good idea. He heads off to find Jenny, who is amongst the ranks of the walrus warriors, because Jenny herself is, of course, a warlord. And so standing amongst the ranks of thousands of walruses and your Esprit, Jenny is there. It's time to march upon the other kin, the ape folk.
There's only one person here that I know that could properly motivate these walruses to the fighting spirit that we need. And it's the double warlord himself.
I agree. Dylan, do you have a few words for us?
Kind of like push my overwaxed beard to the right and left. On this day, we as walruses will attack the enemy with guile and physics and tenacity and beer, and together we'll cross tusks. Not in that way, but in like Yeah, go team.
And
If
the
everything goes well, we can cross tests in that way after.
Whoa.
one of the walruses, a young walrus, steps forward and says, "Will some of us die?"
Probably.
It's like this. It's like a different thing.
What do you mean?
Just don't worry about it.
If you die with honor. And you will always be remembered, and you'll go off to Walrus Heaven.
Walhalla.
Yes.
Walhalla, they all say. Walhalla. And the spirit of Chuck kind of floats down from the from one of the igloos, and he stops by Dalon's side and he says, "Cousin Dalon, I am sorry that I was such a dick to you. Could you ever forgive me so my ghost may lay at rest?"
You know what, Chuck?
What, you can't say no, fuck.
It hurt the backstabbing and the betrayal, and I thought we were a family, but I can't stop loving you, and wish we could be here to share a couple brewskis. No,
that would be nice if we could do that. And as that happens, the spirit of Chuck just kind of leans in and hugs you, and as you hug him close, cousin Chuck, you see that his body is just kind of fading away. His ethereal spirit is going up to Walhalla, and he says, "I go up to join my ancestors in Walhalla." And he starts floating upwards. "One last thing though." And he hands you this special tub filled with walrus oil. "Take it. Rub it in good. Do me proud."
I will for you, Chuck.
And he just floats up into the sky, and Chuck is gone. Up to Walhalla, where his ancestors are.
Rub it in.
Yeah,
I pour out a little for my homies.
of course. And thank you to a poor college student, I Carry Rouse and Phalanx for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friends, your old gentlefolk and scholars. So you rub it in good, and the army march off, invigorated and ready to go. And you start marching off, and it's going to be another week's travel towards the Apeling settlement. So we'll do a bit of travel mechanic to see some things that might happen whilst you're marching with a full army at your back. So we'll start with Catherine this time. So what you're going to do, Catherine, is decide on a problem or something which you encounter on the road whilst you're traveling with your army until you get to the Apelings, and then decide how you're going to try and solve that problem. So, what's up, Nicob? Good to see you, my friend. So, Catherine, it's day one on the journey, we'll say.
Okay.
What is something which you encounter along the road?
Well, Catherine is actually going to approach James.
I see.
And trying to set fucking things straight with him.
Well, indeed, fucking things are on the agenda. So, yeah, you oh, do we hit 20 retweets? Let me check that real quick, and and if we have, then we'll have a viewer decision. Seems like a good time to have one along the road. We have indeed 23 retweets. So, underneath this line here in the chat, you guys are going to decide something which happens to our adventurers along the road. So it could really be anything. It could be to do with Jenny. It could be to do with Chuck or Jeeves. Anything really. Throw your ideas into the chat, and the most popular decision will happen. So get that going. So you approach Jeeves, who he turns to you and says, "How can I help you, madam?"
Do you have memory of last night?
I recall we were drinking in your igloo for a while, and then you suggested something about closing the door.
I suggested.
Yeah, well, yes, it was cold, you see.
Okay. Do you remember anything else?
He says, it's all rather foggy. Kevin, oh my God, Sabor, no. And it's all rather kind of blacked out somewhat. There was some rustling, some rummaging, for more drink. And then it all goes a little bit hazy.
Okay.
But then I lost my underwear somehow last night, so I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Okay. We'll just say that you lost your underwear because you had to go for a walk to relieve yourself, and you left them behind. That's probably what happened, yeah?
I suppose that is entirely possible. What else could have possibly happened?
I don't know, but this is the most logical thing that could have happened, so,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not sure if that's quite true.
It seems to me, that,
Well, I completely understand. You were feeling somewhat, how do I say, vulnerable after Kefis' death? No?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
I would know if I was.
You did talk about him a fair amount last night.
Okay. I mean, I was probably saying stuff like, "Oh, yummy, he was good to eat," and
It was more like Kefis. Where art thou, Kefis?
Jeeves, you do have a bit of a drinking problem. I feel that you're recalling the situation incorrectly. And as your queen, I demand that you do not spread lies.
Of course. Would you like me to execute myself, Your Majesty?
That won't be necessary unless you mention you slander my name with these horrible lies anymore.
Of course, Your Majesty. I shall keep the truth to ourselves.
I'm gonna just walk away.
Okay, cool. So, you have a little brief exchange with Jeeves, and Daylon, you're traveling along in your driving along in your little car, and then one day Jeeves just kind of pops into the side of your the side carriage into your little enclosed space. Do you mind if I step in here, Daylon?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Just like put away my Legos.
You're a man of the world, aren't you, Daylon?
I feel like it's an understatement. Yeah.
Tell me, what is your experience with the fairer sex?
I mean, vast. I mean, you heard of oceans, right?
Yes, of course. The
Well,
journey.
you know how you look across the ocean, you can't see anything.
Of course.
That's like me and the ladies. There's too much. The ocean's limitless.
You mean that they are very large women that you have experience with, such as Jenny?
No, just recently.
I just meant in terms of like, you know how there's a lot of fish in the sea. Well, I'm a pescatarian.
I see. So you eat both fish and male fish? Is that what you're?
Okay. Well, anyways, I've been around. I've been around the pond once or twice.
Excellent. Well, I was wondering if you might have some advice for me.
Absolutely.
the other night, and now you must promise not to tell the Queen of this, otherwise I would have to execute myself immediately.
No, where does
He says, well, we spend a night together, neither of us quite remember exactly what happened, but I believe that we might have intercoursed.
Did you, the screw come out?
I can't find my underwear this morning.
I mean, it's probably. I thank you. I thank you, my friend. I just start patting him on the back. Like, this was the greatest service you could have done your queen. You know, the loss of her family with that crazy mimic, and her coming to all this power, having to eat her husband. She probably could have used a good screw, if you know what I'm saying.
Well,
by that I mean like your penis, because you're a bird.
Of course, sir. Well, the problem that I have there is that she is, well, rather adamant that nothing did indeed happen.
They play hard to get. All you gotta do is, take the undies off, lay in the doorway, put the shoulder up, say, hey, I'm Jesus.
So you think I should do that?
Yeah, but like private.
I see. So tonight
Get some of those walrus grease too.
Of course, perhaps in her tent tonight I shall lay myself out.
Yeah, but like, get some nice music, play the violin naked. I mean, I like to go down to the bog and grab some like bog laurel and moss and make like a nice bouquet with some white daisies, lilacs, and put them together in a nice arrangement.
He's writing this all down. Yeah.
Kind of, think few things in here, and then there I write in the poetry as I gaze into the pond. But anyways, that's it.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Daylon, for the advice. I appreciate it. And if I ever have to execute you, I would be most sad to do so.
That is the nicest thing that somebody said to me in a while. I'd break down into his feathers.
Yeah.
I take one of the robes and just like patting it with my eyes.
Oh, very good.
Dylan's turned into like a really big crier.
Yeah.
He can't find rest in between. He just has to cry all the time.
He says, "Do you think I should speak to Rennet about this as well, or?"
Oh no, he doesn't know anything about women. Be careful.
I suspected as much.
Yeah.
And after a bit, he heads out. But we have a viewer decision in, and it's a belter. So it turns out that Catherine is in fact wearing Jeeves' leopard print underwear. Unknown to her, it has magical properties.
So wait, when he leaves, like when they're done talking, and he's like, "Where did I put those underwear?" She's just like, "Yes, where could they be?"
I don't think she knows she's wearing them.
I don't think she knows at this point. We should. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a table as to what these properties are, and I think we should write out what the potential properties could be. So we've got.
I think you should magic search it.
I like the idea that we have like a different table that we could just write 6 possibilities of what the magical properties are. So
You can make a rollable table for that.
that's true.
She's not pregnant.
So I guess one should be. Okay. We'll go around. So Trainsy, what's the first property of this?
You are a search engine for the sexual desires of the nearby companions, and you'll answer. You'll evaluate each person. You'll look at them and you're like, you're into this, and you're into this, and you're into this.
Right. Okay. Number 1, intense arousal. 2, Askren. What's number 2?
I think that the underwear should have the power that they make everyone else's underwear disappear.
The Omniwear.
Okay. Goes, we'll just say. That's perfect. That's number 2. And thank you to Still Ollie for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Kira, what's number 3?
Number 3 gives me max wisdom because I'm -1, and it's my spell max save.
Okay. Max wisdom, I like it. And thank you to Rex, Red X of Death. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Okay, let's go around.
Instead of max wisdom, they should give you the wisdom of the guy named Max.
Max's wisdom, yeah.
Max's wisdom.
Okay, so Askren, sorry, Tracy, you got one more. Got one more.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's a. I mean, love in the air. The bond between Kephis cannot be unbound.
Wow.
The underwear must return to Kephis, but in a very lovingly delivery.
You mean
Okay.
Jeeves?
Jeeves.
So
Jeeve
underwear
Kephis.
must return
Or
to Kephis.
She has wisdom?
And thank you to Rainbow Road for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I tell you what we could do, because we hit 20 followers. We could have the viewer decision. These guys decide which number on the table.
yeah, you can straw poll.
We can
Oh
straw
my
poll,
God.
yeah. All right, so we need Askren. We need one more from you.
I think that the underwear should the underwear should unlock a person's true potential, but that should come in the form of, oh man, how do I want to phrase this? They should you control all underwear.
Okay. All right, cool.
Army of underwear, okay.
Oh fuck, I want to roll 20. All right, and then finally, Kira, what's the last one?
Let's go with something kind of lewd, and Catherine or any wearer of the underwear
Yes.
can successfuling seduce
Oh.
anybody of their choice
Well,
to get them to do what she wants.
Anyone.
and okay. Go in here. All right, so successfully seduce anyone. I like it. There we go. Here. So 6, seduce anyone. Perfect. And number 5 was kind of what we want to say. Control all underwear.
You can control underwear.
Or-
You become a panty.
Nice. A pantomancer. Cool. So, for our viewer decision, guys, for all these follows, you guys are going to decide which number is going to be the one. So, in fact, for the viewer decision, if I actually just make a straw poll for us myself. So we have straw poll will be pants power, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, or 6, and you guys go ahead and decide on which one you want. Check on the screen for seeing which one they are. There you go. Man, Jeeves will be a champ when he gets his undies back. So that is our that are your options. Go ahead and vote on those. In the meantime, Ren, what encounter do you have whilst you're traveling along?
So he let's see. I think he should probably because he has apparently been taken under the wing by these walrus bros. So I think it'd be funny if he just dominated them in walrus fantasy football.
Yeah.
And like made a ton of money.
Okay, so yes, yeah, you how do you set up a league? And what game do they play?
What should
I guess
they
like
play?
ice hockey, maybe.
Walrus sumo wrestling.
Or sumo wrestling, yeah. I like it. So the walruses, you know, are very keen on their sumo wrestling, and Rennet manages to gain several hundred fish by kind of scamming them out of their fish in the tables in the leagues, and you have some very salty walruses afterwards, but. You have a lifetime supply of fish by the time you're finished. You probably chuck some in the cart to keep them, you know, dry.
Fish are their currency.
Fish are their currency. Yeah.
No. Then he'll just come up to the group like he's like kind of walking with a little bit of swagger, just like throwing fish out to people as he passes by. Because he's got fish to burn.
Of course, yeah, of course. So it looks like our straw poll is in. It's number 6.
Oh,
Catherine, you have the power to seduce anyone who you so desire to seduce.
But you have to show them the leopard print.
Of course, yeah. You have to reveal the leopard print pants before
Right.
that happens. And so it's a long day's travel. You're getting close to the Apeling settlement, and Catherine, you come back to your bunk after long days of trudging along the road, and you see something rather interesting before you. Jeeves is lying out on the bed, naked but for some moss bouquet, which he has laid out. And clearly gone harvesting himself, and he's got another one just kind of in his beak, like. And there's some sexy jazz music playing in the background. There's a you don't know where. There is a couple of backing dancers who are just kind of like swaying sexy in the background to the music. There's some scented candles in here, and there's a guy saying, "Oh yeah." And Jeeves says, "Your Majesty?"
What do you think you're doing, Jeeves? Put some clothes on.
He says, "I see you're playing hard to get, Your Majesty."
No, I'm not. Put some clothes on and get out.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I'm afraid I've actually lost all of my clothes in this effort. And I still haven't found my pants.
Yeah, they're just gonna like wish that she was dead.
Are you sure you wouldn't like some company tonight?
If you get anywhere near me, execute yourself.
So I can stay here?
No, go. Get out.
He he heads out, trying not to get too close towards you as this happens, and the backing dancers are like, they're still going, and the guy going, "Oh yeah," is still dancing, and they're like, "Do you want us to stay?"
No. Get out.
Are you sure? We're here for the whole night. He paid us for the whole night.
Here's a tip. We'll find Jenny the walrus and bring her over to Daylon and Renard and perform for them.
Okay, good idea. And and they shovel out of the tent. It's only shortly thereafter that Daylon returns to his tent. And inside there is something rather terrible. Jenny, the walrus, is lying here, and she's put on a few pounds.
How did she travel that fast?
You don't know. And she is lying here, covered in whale blubber, and she has a pipe. It's the exhaust from your cart, which is lying suggestively in her lap. And there are backing dancers in here. They're kind of dancing away in little clicks. There's some sexy jazz music in the background. And Jenny says, "Honey, I'm home."
I gotta go talk to someone, and I'd leave.
You exit out, and the backing dancer's like, come back! But he's already gone. Daylon, where'd you go?
Anywhere. I'm like, I'm gonna, I have Molotovs. I'm gonna find some, start pouring them around the perimeter of the tent. And light a match.
Oh my god!
This is the only way it will end.
Yeah, wow.
He's just, nope. Very decisive face about it, like it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. So you begin to go to your cart, which now has no exhaust on it, rather worryingly, and you go into the back of the cart. You grab out your Molotov cocktails, and then the sexy jazz is still playing from within, and Jenny's still inside with the exhaust to your cart. And you start kind of pouring out these Molotov cocktails around the tent, and you see Jeeves walking out of another tent, completely naked, other than a moss flower, and he kind of comes over and says, "It didn't seem to work too well."
I mean, hey, he's gotta keep. I mean, okay, you got the wrong moss. Let's just start. But one second. Then, I light the match and I throw it.
Yeah, and there's some goes up around the kind of perimeter of this tent.
And then I put my arm around his shoulder, let's walk.
Nice. And you guys, you turn and walk as the tent catches fire behind you, and you hear Jenny screaming, "No! My love! Help! I'm burning up in here!" And all the backing dancers are like, "Help! Help! Save us! Somebody! Fire! Fire!" And you guys are walking away, and then there's this awesome moment where Daylon just takes one of the beer bottles and just tosses it over his shoulder into the tent, and there's a explosion that neither you nor Jeeves look at, as Jenny the Walrus is burnt alive alongside the backing dancers, and your tent goes up in flames, and then you and Jeeves both put on your shades as you walk out into the night. The next morning, of course, we find the terrible fire, and which is burnt out, and no one was able to save Jenny, and the others, and you kind of see in the morning, the rest of you, that the tent has been burnt down completely, and As the sun rises, it's a dark day in the walrus campers. All the walrus men with strange kinks and fetishes realize that Jenny is gone. She is just now a pile of blubber and fat, roasted, but at
Ew.
the same time, delicious. And so, as is walrus tradition, they go up to Jenny's blubbery corpse. They take handfuls of her blubber, and they just very carefully, very slowly, tears running down their faces as they do so, put the blubber into their mouths, eat some of it, and rub some of it onto their tusks as well, to remember Jenny. Not for the strange, weird, honestly quite demented person that she was by the end, but for the sweet, no kink shaming, loving, caressing, gentle, although brutal at times in the igloo, kind of walrus that Jenny really was. And 2,000 walruses are around the campfire as they're roasting Jenny's blubbery body on the fire. Tears running down their faces. A great sadness falls upon the camp. It's with heavy heart that Chief Backdo Longtooth, he takes the last piece of blubber which is on the fire. He raises it up and he says, "Jenny, you will be remembered forever." And as he says this, Jenny's ghost appears. The big blubbery Jenny that she once was floats down just like Chuck did previously. And she looks at Daylon. And she says, "I forgive you, my love."
Cool. Put the sunglasses back on and walk like the other way.
Honestly, I was expecting a little more, but I suppose the afterlife will be sad and lonely, without any company or love.
You got Chuck. Go fuck Chuck.
How much Chuck could a woodchuck fuck? If a woodchuck could fuck Chuck. And those are... Let's go ahead.
Trick question, no one would fuck Chuck.
I would! And as that happens, Jenny soars up into the sky to Walhalla, where she will join Chuck in the afterlife forever.
I'm just gonna put my arm around Daylon and say, "I fucking hate this place."
I'm gonna wipe one tear away and look over at him and just like show my bloodshot eyes and be like, "She was my first."
No, that's not true. I was there in the town.
I never got to Dwarfhilda. It never worked out like that.
Really? I thought you two were gonna be together forever.
No.
I kind of pat his shoulder and say, "It's all right. There will be other bulky women out there for you."
Chief Backdo says, "It's times like these that all walrus folk come together. You're not alone, Daylon, even though you are totally responsible in every possible way. And we do blame you. entirely. In many ways, we have a deep hatred for you now. But we appreciate that you do have some very good beer.
Thank you.
And thanks to Wicked Crow for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friends. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
By the way, I just looked at that list that's on the screen, and I forgot that it was for the underpants. And I'm like, what is that describing?
Wow. And so the Walrus army set off once again the next morning, hearts heavy, as they leave off to continue their adventures and meet the apeling folk.
It's not just their hearts that are heavy, it's also the rest of them.
It's also the rest of their bodies. They are very fat. And so, yes, you guys set off once again with the cart. But Daylon, you realize something. You don't actually have the exhaust to your car.
I look for it in the rubble.
Yeah, there is a very burnt and crispy, charred black exhaust in here, and there's actually one thing on it, and that is a mark of purple lipstick. A last reminder from Jenny. The last thing she did was kiss your pipe.
I'll keep it on the pipe as I try and like sand it down and affix it to the cart.
Yeah, it fits back in perfectly, and you start to to head out once again, and there's another few days of travel without Jenny, the walrus folk are pretty sad, but they lift their spirits somewhat with the beer, and continue pressing home to get to the apeling folk. Eventually, feels like forever, but you do reach the apeling folk. Catherine, you don't have any more sudden encounters with Kephis, or in fact Jeeves, who is actually alive. Luckily enough, and so you reach the apeling settlements, and the apeling settlements are a series of very primitive-looking tents and huts. Looks very kind of tribal, and you can see there's kind of a bunch of them are fighting one another. Looks like kind of wrestling going on, but there are clearly thousands upon thousands of apeling folks here, so it's like a city almost. And Jeeves says, Your Majesty, you see before you the apeling folk.
Okay. Is there anybody of power that we can talk to?
I don't know who their leader is. I suppose we'll have to just go in and try not to get killed.
I believe times like this call for a military display. Is there a hill that we can pose on?
Yes, of course. They have that convenient hill there.
All right. I want you to assemble all of the troops into as big a long and wide a line as you can. Doesn't matter if there's only one of them. They need to look like there's a lot of them.
Of course. We'll do our best. And he begins organizing all of the troops into one long battle line formation atop the hill. You guys are standing on top of the hill, and a lot of the apeling folk are kind of taking notice of you. These guys are like humans, but kind of like the missing link, I suppose. And so they're kind of like they're kind of apish, kind of humanoids, fairly intelligent, large heads, so big brains, and a lot of fur on them, a lot of too much hair than you're comfortable with. They're kind of like looking up at you.
All arranged in a battle line.
Yeah, one big line basically.
send up like a call with their like horns and drums and whatever they have.
Sure. So you kind of blare out like huge kind of, and all of the battle drums start rolling and rolling and rolling, and the apelings begin to like form up into their own battle formation. The kind of thousands of them are pouring out of the city to kind of form up in some formation. They don't really use weapons other than like kind of bits of stone which they find, but they look pretty tough. So yeah, the horns are blazing, and then they kind of come to a stop.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till like they get fully formed up, like wall of army on army.
Yeah.
And then just gonna like when they're all kind of there, I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, can we come hang out?"
They kind of look at you. And then one of them like gets this banana, peels it very slowly, and like thrusts it towards you up on the hill.
Thrust.
Like, is he just standing at the bottom?
He's standing at the bottom of the hill with a banana. He pushes the banana up to you.
I kind of say, I'm gonna take a delegation, like some dirty birds and some walrus warlords, so it looks like, like when a captain goes out with his generals.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna walk down there.
Cool. And thank you to Taldoon for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So yeah, you head down to meet this apeling guy. He's like 8 feet tall, covered in fur and hair, kind of primitive looking, kind of overbite. Underbite rather, like an orc, and he kind of looks at you with this banana.
I will prestidigitate myself a banana and
Nice.
hand it to him.
He takes it and he passes you his banana.
Yes. I will grip his banana.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
Never fighting bananas. And he kind of looks at it and just kind of grins at you. Hey. Like big monkey grin, you know?
I say, "Who's in charge here, friend?"
Hey. And he said, me.
Good enough. We're actually, I know this all looks real intimidating. We're actually not here to fight at all.
He looks disappointed.
I mean, we did kind of come a long way, but no, but we
You want to fight?
Patience first.
Questions.
Don't know what you just said.
Questions.
Questions.
Oh, questions. Okay.
He gives you a bonk on the head, like a
With his banana.
with his banana.
Okay. Right. So we're all getting together and having a big block party. We've got the birds and we've got the walruses, and we wanted to invite you guys.
Party.
We
Yes.
have beer.
Yes. Daylon, beer.
Okay. Go grab a couple beers, and I like, as a beer garnish, I wrap one of the peels like around the neck of the bottle.
Very nice.
Put the bottle like in a banana peel, like a beer koozie.
Banana koozies.
And thank you to USN Copian for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. He kind of pops up the lid, kind of. Oh. Good party.
Yes. Daylon brings the party. That is what we all say.
And the other apeling's like alongside him. Where is party?
Well, we can have it right here.
No.
Where would you like to party?
In house.
Sounds good. And I kind of turn to the army and say, we're having a party!
Party! And all of Walrus is like,
Just gonna give a thumbs up.
every night is a party for the Walrus people. So you head into the Apeling village, or a city really. And the Apelings, like I say, very primitive kind of culture. They have houses, they do sleep on kind of shifts rather than real beds. And they're quite good at cooking. They like cooking up meats, and they drink water for the most part, and now beer as well. And I imagine the beer is flowing quite well. They're curious about the Walrus folk, the Esprit, and yourselves. They've never seen people like you before. They know the Walrus folk, but they're not particularly kind of friendly with them. They usually war with them. And they're kind of doing this thing where they go and like preen them and like pick out like nits and stuff from them and kind of just like fill you up in like an explorative, investigative, not sexual, but just inquisitive way, I suppose, like kids learning. And they're one of them just kind of like feeling Daylon's beard, and she's like, beard? What? Hair. She kind of plays with it, tugs on it.
You're kind of cute. Stop it.
It's like, it tugs it like a little bit too hard.
I like try and grip it back.
you take it back, and she's like, me want hair.
You have hair.
Hair.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait. I don't get it.
Can beard have?
You want my beard? Really?
Oh. Beard.
What? What? You want to fight?
Oh. She looks up for it.
We're fighting.
Alright, it's on. So somehow this turned into a combat.
But something that is equally as inefficient a conversation and becoming understood next to Dave.
You want to fucking fight? Alright. So you can roll me an attack roll against her if you want to kind of punch her.
Yeah, we'll punch.
You know what you get. This poor little apeling girl. The monkey just like triple punch her before she can do anything. Okay, cool. So a 21 is a hit. So you punch her in the gabba, and you can roll damage on it as well. See how badly she's hurt. So 9 damage, goddamn. So you just you're like, you want to fight? And she's like, hoo, and you just like punch her in the face, and she just falls down onto the floor, unconscious.
I like take some dirt and put it where the beard would be on her face. Just like, nobody asked for my beard, okay? You don't understand. You might you won't when you wake up because I didn't explain it. But anyways, this is my beard. You can't have it. I'm sorry. Right? That's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry I had to get to this far. And I just start walking away.
Okay. So Catherine, you're with the chieftain of the apelings and his kind of cohort, along with Jeeves and your own men. And you gather that the leader of the chiefs, the chief of the apelings is a man simply referred to as Ugg. He has a pair of boots, and he's very, very protective of those boots. And thank you to Rest in Peace Jenny 2016. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You are the most gentlemanly of scholars. A gentle lady. Well, gentle at times, except for when you got her in the igloo. She was a tornado in there. Ugg insists on drinking a lot of this beer, and he's getting very drunk, but he insists that everyone else drinks a lot of this beer as well. So he's like, drink, 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 drink.
I'm gonna look at the beer, just be like thinking to myself, okay, last time I got drunk.
Drink.
Can I drink and like do like the thing where
You roll me a deception check, yeah. the old cheeky. Ooh. That's an 11. He's like, you missed face, and like gets it, like pours it down your throat, like, drink good. And he's like drinking a lot as well. He's really enjoying it, this whole like getting drunk thing, because they've never experienced this before. So therefore he's got a very low tolerance of any alcohol. And so everyone's getting pretty plastered in here. Catherine is still wearing Jeeves' undies.
I don't know this yet though.
You don't know this, no, but you do have the ability to seduce anyone that you so wish to seduce. As you're drinking with...
If you wanted it.
Oh man. Yes, but sometimes the pants choose a... the ring chooses a new bearer itself. Yes, and very quickly the chief is like, you be my queen. I am king. King Oak.
I'm already queen of the Esprit.
Join nation together.
Oh dear lord. She's gonna like sit there, kind of just like frustrated
Jeeves is like, Jeeves is sitting there, but he's like too polite to say anything, but he's like like furious at this guy. He's too English to say anything.
And yeah, she's just gonna sit there and just be like accepting her fate that she's gonna have to just marry into everybody fucking to get anything done. And she's just gonna chug a bunch of like beer and just be like,
Good. 1 underpence to rule them all, 1 underpence to find them, and in the morning wash them. Well played. So Ugg is there, and Jeeves is like, Your Majesty, I'm not sure that you quite want to do that with such a barbarian.
I'm gonna look at Jeeves, just be like, don't worry, he'll probably die.
What do you mean?
Use that bird brain of yours.
They're notoriously small. You mean to kill him?
With Balon around and Renner, like, come on, they're gonna fucking die.
Do you want me to assassinate him, Your Majesty? I will do so with utmost fervor. Or we could
That works too, but let's just wait until after
We could just stage an incident.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly.
An incident?
Yes, but let me become queen first.
Okay. Very well. Very good, Your Majesty.
Double queen.
Double queen, motherfucker. The morning comes, and Ugg says, we get married and live here forever. Hey, and thank you to Cracking Cream for 2 months. Suck it. This one's for Leroy.
Wow.
Thank you, Craggy. Appreciate 2 months, my friend. Let's get those drinks. Raise a mug of ale for Cracky. So he says, we live here forever. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes, definitely.
He grins. big AP grin. Good. Well, he says, in 2 years, we will get married.
In what?
2 years. In day,
I'm gonna look at like Jeeves or somebody and just be like, do you know what the fuck he's saying?
He means to have you as a fiance for a time.
Oh, no. You see, we have some very important business that needs to be dealt with immediately.
Business?
Yes. More parties. Let's get married now so we can have a big party.
You sound just like Sydney, Kira. Yes,
A resplendent
thank you so
offering.
much to Cracking Cream, who takes £30 and says boom! Also boom. Thank you, my friend.
I think that means something explodes.
I feel like something probably will explode. Cracky, let us know what you want to happen with this explosion here. Explosion of donations. A lot of drinking going on in chat there, guys. I like it. And he says, now, but engagement. How I know you won. He means, how does he know that you are the one?
Oh god. Okay.
Oh, and all of you receive a gift. So at this point, Chief Ugg goes, gifts for friends. And he's gonna go and go into his little hut and come out again in a few seconds bearing a bundle of gifts to your friends. In one hand, gift explosion. In one hand, he holds a giant banana. The banana the size of, about like 17 inches long, maybe. Like this big kind of banana. And he hands it to Daylon. And he says, big banana. Tastes good. Yeah.
Nice. Cook it or special, like knock it on the ground or wave it around. What is it? What's it do that's different?
Big banana. He knocks you on the head.
Thanks. You know, Catherine, you really know how to pick them. That's all I gotta say. Shit.
Yeah, you should really be one talking.
He steps over to Rennet. And he says, for you, special present. Hey. And he gets you 2 cymbals, which you can crash together to make a like one of those little monkeys that flip over.
They're legit just symbols.
Yeah,
Like
big cymbals. Magic symbol. Hey.
I will find a use for them and treasure them greatly. And I'll kind of lean in and I whisper, in, also, just so you're aware, Catherine's totally into you.
Into me.
She wants a banana.
He takes a banana from Daylon and hands it to Catherine.
Thank you, dear.
For you. It turns back to Daylon. Boots. and he takes off his soft Ugg boots and hands them to Dalon. He grins.
I'm down with these, my man. I'm patting him on the back. I like your new husband, Catherine. I approve. You know, and I think you're gonna like his banana. It's pretty big.
Yes, it is.
Like, it's really big. Like, I'm concerned.
I'm concerned.
Like, there's a species difference. Like,
Oh man.
You're an expert with the species difference, though.
that's the second time. You just, you know she's gone, right?
I know.
She's never come back.
So the chief says, "Good prison. Now, time for drink. 2 years fly by. Hey."
Yeah, you see, okay, here's the reality of things. There's the Breathless King, right? He's going to kill you all.
Kill? No,
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah, if we wait to get married, that's not gonna ever happen, because he'll kill us before then. So, we need to get married now, because then, with the 3 kingdoms united, we can take on the king and stop him from wiping you all out of existence. Got it?
No. Where is King? I be king.
Where is he? Do we actually know where he is?
You heard the Deadlands. To the east.
Okay.
Savage Worlds.
He's in the Deadlands.
Okay. Not here. No kill.
No, but he will come here and
bonks you.
kill.
Silly wife. No think. Oh.
Yes.
Can I like very like I can walk up next to Catherine like behind, just like gonna slide my dagger into her hand.
Yeah. I will take.
Yeah, Jeeves is like, could be an incident. So how do you respond, Catherine?
I'm going to just be like, look, marry me, and we can be happy, and we can have little apelings, and ensure that everybody is alive to see the future years, or
Apeling sound good.
yes. Do you like that?
Yes.
Okay, then let's get married now.
He says, okay, marry.
Yes.
And he goes and gets 2 coconuts, and he says, my coconut, you coconut. And he gives you one.
I'll take it.
And he says, wife, and grins.
Husband! Ella turned like a semi-awkward grin.
And Jeeves is like hyperventilating, and he's like, might be an incident as he's got this dagger, and Chief Ugg says, okay, go make ablings, and he kind of grabs your hand and leads you off to his house.
That's it? It's official?
Official.
Okay. Will the other apelings like follow my commands?
Mr. Chief.
Oh.
Come, apling time.
Wait.
But
I need to make sure I want to make sure to keep you safe. But in case something happens when we go up against the king, like what happens if you fall in battle?
Me never fall in battle.
Okay. Yes. You are amazing. You're an amazing warrior. You will never fall in battle. But hypothetically speaking, seeing as this king can wipe all of you out with no problem, what would happen to me if I was left behind because you died?
Our son will be king. Come, apling make.
What if we don't have a son yet? Like let's say I'm still bearing the child. Am I queen until the son is born?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay.
And
Come, apling make.
yeah, and as he's leading, as we get into like his hut,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and like sneak up behind him and just like slit his throat.
Okay. So do you do this once you enter into his hut, so you're like alone?
Yeah, maybe I'll like shoot a glance at Jeeves, like now's a good time.
Okay. So roll me a quick stealth check. This is your husband. You just keep killing off your husbands.
I'm gonna go over to Jeeves. Like, you know, man, she looks pretty happy and convinced. Oh no, if it's it.
It was the wrong mouse, wasn't it?
I mean, it was, but like, this is the thing is, like, he's probably a douchebag. He's probably gonna treat her pretty poorly. You could have a second chance. You could be the stable Jeeves.
Good old reliable Jeeves.
Yeah, and then maybe, you earn your way up the corporate ladder, and might have an office someday.
Okay, I'll just wait many years for her. So we're gonna roll Chief Hugg's perception. See if you can get him here. Yeah. So you come behind him just as he enters the hut, and he's like, "Apling make come," and you you just like go behind him, get a dagger, and just across his throat, and he's like, and then just like falls down to the floor with a crash, and he's like on the floor. There's a lot of blood in your hands, however. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I will go wipe my hands off, and then I'm gonna peek outside and look at like Daylon and Renner and Jeeves and just be like, get inside now.
Jeeves is like crying. Daylon's kind of
Okay, man.
Daylon's consoling him.
When she peeks her head out and says that, I kind of raise my eyebrow and I say, "Oh, is that how it's going to be?"
Just get in here.
So Jeeves looks up, my love, and immediately kind of rushes in.
Where are we going?
He
South
rushes in, and you guys follow in, and you see lying dead is Chieftain Ugg, and he's kind of bleeding out on the floor. Catherine's standing over him with a knife and blood covering her hands.
I'm just gonna hand the dagger back to Renner, just like, thanks.
I will kind of like look at it and just like prestidigitate the blood off and be like, do you really have to marry and then kill everyone we meet?
I mean, I'd rather not actually.
That's literally the only thing that you've done since we got here.
I'm at least getting things done with this method.
It's working. It's true.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is what I'm thinking for the plan.
Jeeves goes down and starts punching Chieftain Ugg over and over and over and over in the face.
Can we just blame him?
He looks up at you. My love. And thank you to Just Like Jenny for following. Welcome. So you mentioned, my friend, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking for the plan, because these apelings are really fucking stupid. Ooh, there's thunder. Anyways, so we need to convince them that their chieftain was killed by a servant of the Breathless King. So then that way they will hopefully have no issue in joining forces in the fight against him with us. And seeing as and we can say that we consummated the marriage and I am burying the future chieftain now, so that they think that there's going to be another king, but there's actually.
You didn't really though, right? Because.
What do you think?
Yeah, Jeeves looks up at you questioningly.
What do you fucking think? It took like 30 seconds.
It was that quick?
No, nothing happened other than me killing him. Now, okay. Goddamn. Okay, let's
Goddamn.
let's just
Right. So who exactly is? First of all, who is the servant of the Breathless King, and are these apes smart enough to understand what that means?
You don't know. You don't even know what the Breathless King looks like, and probably neither do these guys. So
Good
that kind of
enough.
makes it easy in one way.
You're like fed a bullshit story through a portal. You guys gotta kill a king, he's kind of a dick.
The walrus is like, yeah, we do this shit.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Okay.
I want you to walk over and I'll say, Jeeves, can you do me a favor and hold this? And I hand him my dagger.
Oh, yes, sir.
I just gotta point it out.
What?
I get it. So, you, Catherine and Jeeves, you guys get it on. You get pregnant with the Jeeves baby, and then bam, you're pregnant and you're simulating that you have an ape baby. It's genius.
Do you know how pregnancy works?
I like elbow Jeeves. I'm like right in here.
I can see that I'm pregnant, and nobody would be any wiser because it's not gonna look like anything until a few months in anyways.
Method acting, it's something I do all the time.
Actually, Esprit children are born almost immediately.
Well, you just ruled yourself out, Jeeves. That's what I was telling you, man. You don't open your mouth when
I say almost immediately. I mean almost immediately over 9 months.
I don't even know if that can work with humans, okay?
I think we might have tried it.
Whoa!
I'm just gonna punch him.
And I'm gonna act surprised.
I kind of say, are you two a couple? Oh, that's I'm so happy for you.
I'm gonna turn around and try and punch him too.
Punch
I
her.
hear she's a real wolf in the bedroom with that cape when she turns into wolf form. I actually didn't hear that. I'm an asshole.
Right, so how about this plan? Chiefs did it. He's evil. We just saved everyone.
What? No, I'm not evil.
That was dumber than what I said. Wow. The ultimate insult from Tila.
What if we try to pass off that Ugg was secretly working under the Breathless King and we had to save them from him?
There's a knock on the door. Chief Oak.
He is in the middle of passionate lovemaking right now.
That's why I'm here.
What? Fill me in on that. What is?
I bring banana shield.
No!
They're trying to get pregnant. They don't need the shield.
We don't need protection. It's okay.
Apeling.
Okay. You want banana shield?
No.
I'll take one. You can slide it under the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
He slips a banana flavored shield, very small.
Plastic.
Do you got a smaller one than this?
One size fit all. And
Okay, cool.
And he
Thanks.
heads up.
Nice.
So you're left alone once again.
Yeah,
How much
What do we-
CC does the banana shield have? 17, of course.
Damage only.
is it a magnum?
I feel like we're getting distracted by the banana shield here. So, free banana shields and free banana shields. You're not wrong there. That's a truth. It's a free breakfast though. So, yeah, you're left alone, and Juice says, we need to come up with a plan, else they're going to expect the king out soon, I'd assume.
Maybe we can pass off there being a bad accident or incident. And I'll scream for help, and you guys act all surprised, and then we'll, like, pretend something happened.
Yes, but what? We need. He's been stabbed many times.
And punched in the face a few.
I only slit his throat. Who stabbed him?
Yes, who did that?
I got an idea. We light, the tent Jenny style, and we walk out, and then we'll keep you in the tent as it's on fire, and you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, save me!" and we'll act all surprised, and we'll save you, and he'll be like charred.
That sounds better than all the other plans. Let's fucking do it.
Right. Okay. So I kind of put my shoulder on Dale and I say, "Okay, but we're gonna have to game face on. We're gonna have to act our way out of this."
Genius.
As I kind of look and say, "All right, you ready to do this? Your cart's outside, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And as we come out, we come out of the door. I say, "Wow, I have never seen anything like that."
It was so small. Like,
But very passionate.
very round.
The other apes like, Chief Ugg, good, bang bang.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Did
need
that.
banana shield.
No banana shield. He said.
It said it wasn't round enough.
Right. He also said that all of you should go enjoy the party.
Okay.
I mean, we just did. We were watching.
Yes. because that is what he is into.
High five.
Okay, we go
Nice.
enjoy party. And they go off to the party,
All right,
leaving
Dylan,
you guys alone.
Okay. And then we just, I kind of outline it. Some alcohols.
Yeah, so you kind of cover it in the alcohol, throw a bunch of Molotovs onto it. Catherine and Jeeves come out of the house. Want to see all the other.
And the house goes up. I'm like, oh no! The chief's house is on fire.
All the apes,
on
all
fire.
the apelings come running as this is happening.
I think you gotta be in there while it's on fire.
Jeeves is outside.
I like
I'm
push her
inside.
back in the tent.
Yeah, I'm inside. I didn't come out.
Like, don't worry, I'm a pyrotechnician.
Maniac.
I know the things how they explode in the right ways.
Hey, oh no, the queen is still inside. Whatever should we do?
Send help! Oh no!
Save Queen! They all rush inside and like fondle her out. And thank you to Counting Demon donates £6 and says, have a nat 20 for making your story sound believable because why not? Thank you, random. Appreciate that. So yeah, they're all completely convinced by your display using your nat 20 persuasions. And they kind of just bundle in and save Catherine, but Catherine's like placed the chieftain in the fire, I imagine, so like he's burnt up completely, and they're like, no, chief, gone, and they kind of drag Catherine out and put you down, and they just kind of watch the house burn down, and they're like, chief dead, burn.
Guys, calm down. You know how we're talking about no banana shield? Baby chief.
Baby Og.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tap my belly like,
Oh, good, baby Og. And they all come and like squeeze Catherine.
Careful, you're gonna hurt the baby.
Oh, and then they like caress your stomach. Bump. And then one was like, bump. Baby. And they're convinced that you are pregnant with child.
I'm gonna walk over to Jeeves and be like, someone's gonna be, need to be the real father, so that'll be on you.
Of course. Single tear rolls down his eye.
If I was actually pregnant, that would be like the most dysfunctional, like half human, half ape with an esprit father.
Raised by the bird.
That was raised by birds.
Going out again, Catherine, tonight while I raise apeling.
I didn't raise an eggpling. Oh wait, I did. Yes, the apeling folk are convinced that you are heavy with child. So what's the next step? What do you guys do next?
I will say, we shall take vengeance for this atrocity and march against the breathless king.
And they're like, kill king, kill king, kill king.
Yeah.
Start chanting, and filled with anger and hatred, and they're on your side, all chanting out in unison. And the final freeze frame little tableau is the kind of camera pans upwards. All these agelings are screaming, and we just see a single cloud floating along, which looks just like Jenny the Walrus. And it starts raining upon you, but it's actually just Jenny's tears. And so that is where we'll wrap up episode 3 or 4 of Outlanders. I think 4. So it's a sad end there, but feels Jenny, man. So let us know, guys. What do you think about today's episode? You want to see more? You feel bad about Jenny, like I do? I mean, I feel pretty sad about Jenny's ripping. So let's go around our cast members, get some thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Of course, if you did enjoy today's show, hit that follow button and join us. We're here for another 6 hours, another 2 games come up. We've got fewer games happening next, and then the game after that is the Domes of Ishak Zahur. Getting eggy with it was Egbert, so stick around for that. But let's say our farewells to our cast for today. So Trenzy, thoughts on the session and what you do on the internet?
I thought it went kind of rather flawlessly. You know, I don't think Renart was given many options aside from partying and sex and debauchery.
That's all he wants, really.
Yeah, I mean, I would have, and it was funny because it was like no combat, but it went by so quickly in terms of like the flow and everything else. But yeah, I had a blast. It was just as ridiculous as usual, if not more. I can't even measure the I don't know.
The sadness.
My Daylonisms are getting to my head, like they're stupefying me. Like I'm trying to make them sound so resoundingly dumb that they're actually passing over to my It's like,
Yes.
It's perfect.
So, also tell us what you do on the internet as well.
I'm a full-time caster here on Twitch. Primarily play Mech Warrior Online, but I do 3.5 hours to 4 hours of variety every night.
Nice. Awesome.
Tuesday, 6 days a week.
Hell yeah, awesome. Let's go below to the Askren.
Hi guys. I had a blast today. As always, this game is like as ridiculous as it is possible for D&D to be, and that is coming from someone who once flew away in a mech made of chickens. So
that's true.
I always enjoy it. It just gets more and more ridiculous every time. My name is Askren. I am the host and the dungeon master over on Exploding Dice. It's twitch.tv/Exploding Dice. The link is in the chat, where we play live D&D every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then also I have an awesome talk show called Fuzzy Dice, which is on every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and also stream here with Will a couple days a week.
Hell yeah, awesome. And Kira.
Yes. Yeah, today was outrageous as always, and I mean, very first time with Catherine, I was trying to play her so serious, and it's just like it's impossible, especially it is so impossible. Like stuff that she just like accepts her fate and just has to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stream on Twitch. I just updated my schedule, so I mostly do 8 p.m. Pacific, and then I have 2 days where I am at noon Pacific. I mostly do art, and then I'll also do some other games like Minecraft. Sometimes I do playthroughs of games. I just installed Witcher 3, so I'm thinking I might do that.
Nice.
And then, DSO, GTA, and then I play D&D here Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nice, awesome. So thank you for joining in this show, guys.